Good day, Lightsaber addicts. Today, we're going to start a new series on Star Wars droids. Did you know that there are 5 classes of droids? Well, today we're going to go through some Class 1 droids, but first let me tell you a bit about each class. Class 1 droids are droids in the medical, physical, and analytical sciences. And an example of this is a medical droid. Class 2 droids is in the engineering and technical services. Examples of these are astromech, engineering, and exploration droids. Class 3 droids are droids in the skilled services and social sciences. Examples are protocol droids, servants, and teachers. Class 4 droids are droids engaged in military and security tasks. Examples are guards, battle droids, and assassin droids. Class 5 droids are droids that are ones that do hard labor and miscellaneous basic functions. Examples of these droids are labor droids and pit droids. Now that we went through that, let's focus on some Class 1 droids. There are many Class 1 droids, but I'll go through some of the more known droids that we see in the movies and TV shows. Let's get to it. First up is the 21B surgical droid. These are also called medical droids. The 21B surgical droid was the result of a joint development project between Industrial Automaton and small medical company known as Tech during the final years of the Galactic Republic. It was developed in response to most medical droid models being unable to deal with sudden complications and to foresee unpleasant side effects in patients. Tech was able to address the first of these two problems by installing an advanced analytical and diagnostic computer in the 21B, making it an extremely intelligent droid unit. When the prototype matrices were completed, they were sent to the Rhino State Medical Academy, where several of the top physicians in the galaxy enhanced its programming even further by integrating heuristic processors. They were typically 1.5 meters tall and had masculine programming. They typically cost around 4,500 credits. The 21B series was humanoid, with many of its internal components visible through its translucent torso. A 21B model's arms featured exceptional joint articulation, with precision-crafted servo grip pincers at the end of each limb. Sometimes, in certain operations, these pincers can be removed and replaced with multiple arm attachments containing various medical tools and software packages, including a hypodermic injectors and cutting saws. The most useful characteristic of the 21B droids was the ease of which owners could update their programming and appendages. A 21B droid could easily become a specialist in neurosurgery, pediatrics, cybernetic limb replacement, and alien biology with a trip to a certified service center. While advanced, 21B droids were generally paired off with the FX series medical assistant droid for medical assistance and detailed patient analysis. 2 21B droids were used by Emperor Palpatine in 19 BBY to resuscitate Anakin Skywalker, now Darth Vader, after his vicious scarring and dismemberment on the volcanic world of Mustafar at the hands of Obi-Wan Kenobi, replacing much of his body with bionic prosthetics. Another droid, also known as 21B, defected from the Galactic Empire to serve the Alliance to restore the Republic. This droid was responsible for treating the famed Luke Skywalker in 3 ABY following his encounter with a Wampa, and later again after his duel with Darth Vader in which he lost his right hand. On to the FX Medical Assistant. The FX series Medical Assistant droid, also referred to as Fixits, was a medical droid series line produced by MedTech Industries. Only 10 models, 1 through 10, were made. They were often immobile droids and numerous arms that assisted doctors during surgery or other medical procedures. They could help by cutting away dead flesh, holding items, or even injecting back to fluid, which is why they were occasionally constructed at command centers during times of war to save injured soldiers. During the Clone Wars, Galactic Republic forces often deployed FX series droids by aerial insertion into forward positions, and Republic mobile surgical units acting as a mobile aid station for critically wounded clone troopers. When Anakin Skywalker was grievously injured by Obi-Wan and Mustafar, Palpatine brought him to the medical facility on Coruscant. An FX model droid worked on Anakin's body to bring him out of his critical condition. The droid later facilitated Anakin's transition to his half-cybernetic body before being crushed by a grief-stricken and angry Vader. Let's move on to the GH-7 medical droid. The GH-7 Medical Analysis Unit was a model of medical droid in operation during the final years of the Galactic Republic. It was manufactured by the Chiweb Amalgamated Pharmaceutical Company in competition with GreenTech's 21B and designed by a group of Kalmi. It was 0.7 meters tall with masculine programming. The cost of this unit was 4,840 credits. The GH-7 was a multi-purpose automation designed to handle diagnostics and surgical assistant duties. The GH-7 was not modeled on any particular species, instead designed to perform efficiently on a variety of outlying worlds among any number of alien races. The droid had access to a range of medical duties, all the while wirelessly connected to the current medical facility's main computer. Also, it could serve as an assistant to an organic medic, as it was made so that all the tools were easily accessible. The design settled on had a roughly humanoid torso, 3 main limbs, and a central head unit. The droid was kept easily customizable to account for last-minute emergency needs and use with non-human races, and was equipped with a heuristic processor to allow it to learn new techniques. A slit in the droid's chest also served as a hologram projector, which had the capacity to generate life-size holograms of a patient in order to better illustrate the steps in a complicated procedure. A separate equipment tray was built into the droid's crest, which held such tools as scalpel, bone spreaders, and other diagnostic tools. Everything on the droid's body was arrayed to allow for easy access. The droid was programmed with a gentle, calming voice meant to soothe both the patient and their companions alike. In conjunction with this, the GH-7 was programmed with a high degree of compassion, such that if there was an independent GH-7 seeking work in a poor or troubled regions, it would attempt to heal whatever sick life it came across. After Padme Amidala was injured by Darth Vader and Mustafar, she was taken to a medical facility with one of these on it. There, this soft-spoken medical droid bore the news from the silent medics who worked diligently to save Padme's life. Though they found nothing physically wrong with her, for reasons they could not pinpoint, she was losing her grasp on life. Midwife Droid. A midwife droids were a type of droid developed to assist doctors of varying species in delivering infants. These droids were most often created in the image of a female of the species, and had calming personalities in a non-life-threatening aspect and had soothing voices. The limbs of the droid were designed to help ease the mother's discomfort and pain, and provide support for the newborn. The main body of the midwife droid was wrapped in specialized material that could be heated to comfort the baby. A midwife droid delivered Luke and Leia Skywalker in Revenge of the Sith. DD-13 Medical Assistant Droid, also known as the DD-13 Cybernetic Surgical Droid, was a medical droid designed by Abrakan Steamworks. Its primary purpose was the installation of cybernetic implants. The DD-13 stood on a tripod and was equipped with modular arms, allowing it to be customized with whatever tools were needed for the operation. Its sensors were located on its head. It was about 1.83 meters tall. DD-13s were originally intended to be used on the Abrakan-produced medical transports. When the plans for them fell through, they were then shipped to the battlefield medical units in the front lines of the Clone Wars. It was there, due to its purpose of installing implants and organ transplants, where soldiers gave it the nickname of Galactic Chopper Droid. After early Abrakan medical units were used to create the cyborg Grievous, at least one of the DD-13s were used by Emperor Palpatine's Surgical Reconstruction Center. Darth Vader hated the DD-13s that attended him, and personally blocked the renewal of the Abrakan's Imperial Medical Droid contract. Abrakan Steamworks retired the line shortly after, to fully focus their attention on the more profitable DD-19 Overseer Labor Pool Droid. Let's move on to the SP-4 Analysis Droid. The SP-4 was built by Cybot Galactica and stood at 1.46 meters tall. After production began on the line, the Jedi Order purchased a large number of the SP-4s to operate the analysis wing of the Jedi Temple. SP-4s usually worked in conjunction with several GN-66 droids. Between the two models, the GN-66 worked with most of the specialized equipment, while the SP-4s handled the menial tasks, such as direct Jedi interface. All the droids and the computers shared data with the Coruscant Security Force, making it easier to hand criminal cases over to different jurisdictions and to ensure a comprehensive database was maintained. The SP-4 was designed to have more intelligence than the average worker droid. This was supplemented by a wireless tie into the computers at the Jedi Archives, giving it the knowledge of millennia of Jedi exploration. In a normal case, such as a shooting, the SP-4 droids would look at weapon discharge patterns, weather reports from the day of the crime, biological records of the victim species, and a geometrical triangulation of firing angles before fingering a likely suspect. Critics of the SP-4 said the droids were incapable of making the thinking jumps needed to solve a more difficult case. The JN-66 was a model of analysis droid produced by Cybot Galactica as a high-end utility droid. The Jedi Order made large purchases of the JN-66 units for use at the Jedi Temple Analysis Wing. It stood at about 1 meter tall. These were meant to be working in conjunction with some of the SP-4 analysis droids. Between the two models, the JN-66 worked with most of the equipment, while the SP-4s handled the menial tasks. All the droids and their computers shared data with the Coruscant police, making it easier to hand criminal cases over to different jurisdictions to ensure a comprehensive database was maintained at all times. These models not only served at the temple, but were also used in battlefield medical facilities during the Clone Wars, such as New Halstis. The JN-66 analysis droid was a pulso-lift-equipped droid with 4 colored photoreceptors, with multi-wavelength imaging at extreme levels of magnification set into its flat face. The JN-66 framework also served as the basis for the company's IM-6 battlefield medical droid. They were fitted with advanced vibrobrains and sensor apparatuses that made the droid an expensive commodity. So, what is your favorite Class 1 droid? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and next up will be the Class 2 droids. Thank you, have a great day. You can follow us at our social media on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Patreon. Thank you for all the support.